Okay, got another question. Larry, thanks for that $50, man. I appreciate that. He says, with cyber jobs market, US as well as overseas contractor based becoming more competitive with all the changes across industry, how would each of you suggest professionals best market themselves to stand out in today's cyber workforce? This is a really, really good question.
You want me to go first? I'll go
Yeah,
first.
yes, sir. Go ahead.
So I'm older than Convo. I'm going first. I think shout out to Convo. I think trying to figure out how to put yourself as a SME. Both of us has YouTube channel. I get like Combo. I get job offers or interviews off of my YouTube channel, right? So that conveys people my level of expertise, right? Shout out to Combo. I don't know if I'm a cloud expert, right? But from a GRC perspective, I think I'm up there, right? Now, I'm not calling myself a big architect. Once again, I understand it so I can do an assessment and do governance and risk on it. And I think Combo brought it up, is what's your specialty? Once again, I do NIST 800-53 and I do big systems, but what is your specialty in calling card? What's going to differentiate you between other applicants, right? I do 800-53. I've been a programmer. I can talk to your developers, and I understand architecting in the cloud, right? That's my selling point. But don't get it twisted. I get a lot of ageism. PBO old and PBO making good money, and PBO ain't working 12 hours no more. He's too old, right? So you got to understand your strengths and your weaknesses, though. But what's your selling point? Like I always tell people when they say, well, I got a 2-minute speech, right? What's your 2-minute speech and what are you selling, right? Even as a young guy, you need to, but you can add more to it. But once again, what's going to differentiate you, right? It might not be your skills. It might be your communication skills with the tech guy, right? Or you could be, I don't like people, but my tech skills are off the map. But what is your selling point to get people to hire you, Larry? Now, Larry, you got it and you got skills. But once again, in this market, when I was applying remote jobs, it'd be like 300 people qualify. And I would start to get discouraged because I know the game. Oh, you made it in the top 100. You were the last three. We went with somebody else. Back then, I still was unemployed, right? But once again, what's your selling point? What are you, as a kid state, what are you standing business on, right? I'm an 853 guy, I do big systems, and I understand AWS. Go ahead, Combo. I'm going to throw it to you, man.
Yeah. So, man, to piggyback on what PBL said, thinking about my own skill set, I'm coming from a real world place for you. If I got fired right now, the things that would get me a job within 30 days, a good job, would be the CISSP, my skill set with NIST 800, and vulnerability management. So those main things, like PBL just said, you focus on what you dominate with. With you, Larry, I'm telling you, you as a project manager, having your years of experience and your background in the military is a huge selling point. I'm not telling you don't pursue make sure this thing's on. This is important. I'm not telling you don't pursue IT. You should. Cybersecurity, GRC, yeah, absolutely. Because the more you understand the process, the more you understand the technology, when you get in the room with guys like myself and other IT guys who are doing network engineering or something, you'll know what they're saying, so they can't BS you, right? So you'll be able to hit the ground running. And if you get a job, your highest paying position, your most dominant position would be your background in project management. That's what I would lead with. So lead with your strongest point. That's what PBO is getting at. His strongest point is cloud, DevOps. That's something I can't even speak to. DevOps piece, I can't even speak to. Like he's dominant in that and his years of experience. So lead with that. Like those are, I can't point to any one thing, right? I can't even say like, okay, this one thing that you do is going to be, there's no one button that's going to solve all problems. But the thing that's most dominant in your background, lead with that. Don't scrub that from your resume. Lead with that. If you're a young dude, you don't have this kind of experience like we're talking about here. You don't have Larry's background in in project management. You don't have PBO's background in DevOps, and his 20 plus years of experience in IT. You don't have that. You have your youth. You could work extra hours. You could, if you're in school right now, you could be a working student. You could go internships. You can go apprenticeships. There's certain things you can do that you could lead with that locally. I would go for local jobs that are in the office that you could try to get your foot in the door. Cause right now that's the main thing you want to do is get your foot in the door. So thanks for that question, Larry. I really appreciate that. I got some other
let me
great.
let me get on the end of that, and I don't like those guys, but and Combo will tell you this: any big government company, we got a PMO office, right? So I always give my action items to the program manager because they run it because that's how they get to see the risk from the whole org. So usually, and he already knows this: if you work for a big or